Guzan. Plenty of responsibility up top on the shoulders of Johansson, and potentially a big night for Alfredo Morales, Casey.
Yeah, Klinsmann was just talking to me yesterday that he really felt he's made huge
country. And Hiddink also includes the leader of the next generation, who he glimpsed at the World Cup. He's on his way to Manchester United. That's Memphis Depay.
Yeah, again, it's a big opportunity for this Dutch team.
Robin van Persie has been a standard bearer.
Yeah, it really is. It's a strike force that fears a lot of countries.
First look at Memphis Depay. Able to run, and Guzan was already diving. Van Persie. And Jan Maat! And Guzan did enough.
Yeah, Guzan did enough. Offside flag could come up if he hadn't kept it close enough anyway. But already we're seeing what Holland are capable of doing is really pinning teams in their own half and making it difficult.
Beckerman, Bradley. And Michael Bradley will try one, and it's comfortably within the reach of Jasper Cillessen. Jorginho Wijnaldum.
The U.S. on a couple occasions just get caught just dropping off a little bit too much. They got to step up higher, not allow Holland to...
Bradley with this. And Sardis was coming in.
Commanding that 6-yard area.
Bradley would take two. Missed by Johansson. Alvarado. Confusion, and Sardis! And only the legs of Cillessen kept that out. The follow-up was by Johnson.
Yeah, that's a huge opportunity for Jazzy Sardis.
Depay. Drilled across into position A.
And that's a Holland that opportunity just to hold the ball in their own half.
Sardis turning, there's Bradley! Off the inside of the post! Johnson outside of the post! Well, the flag was up eventually, but twice the frame of the goal was rattled.
And the U.S. continues to just take advantage of some poor defense. He got a very warm welcome from the Dutch fans.
Breck Shea in the clear. And Shea's in here. And then Bradley and Shea again, and Cillessen plunges on it, and a foul is given at the end of that. But the better chances and more of the chances are coming the United States' way.
Yeah, it's just a combination, and I don't know if it's Depay that just decides not to go with his runner. Breck Shea taking advantage, gets into it.
Depay, Wijnaldum. No one's picked up Daley Blind. Corner.
Look, those are the concentration lapses you can't afford to have. The U.S. switching off, coming all the way, and just a lead.
Depay. Open ground for Huntelaar. He's a dangerous customer. But the danger was snuffed out this time.
And that's really been the little bit of an Achilles heel for John Brooks, is he just gets caught ball watching at times. I mean, this is a nothing ball in there. He cannot be in that position. That
Depay. Great cross, lovely finish. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, international goal number 40. Lifts him level, second all time with Patrick Kluivert. But it was the quality of the cross that undid the U.S. defence.
And it's that quality of cross, John. And like I said, I don't want to pick on John Brooks, but you switch off just that slightly. You recovered once from Huntelaar. You're not going to do it again. Look at the space. He just comes away from him, gets underneath the ball, just slips in behind him. Fantastic cross. But you just can't.
Here comes Chandler. Cillessen secure.
They just go.
Jan Maat. Tricky play by Jan Maat. And then it fell for Robin van Persie. Here's Wijnaldum. Van Persie. Promes. Wasn't what he intended.
No.
Van Persie. And John Brooks down to make the block. Van Persie again. Behind by Shea.
It just shows the quality.
Start of this European season. There's Johnson and Zardes! 1-1. And a huge moment for Gyasi Zardes. His first international goal comes in one of the great cathedrals of European football, the Amsterdam Arena.
And it's exactly what the U.S. deserve. They've created 4 or 5 very good chances. I'm glad to see Zardes keep working hard, doesn't put his head down, missed the chance earlier, then had the poor pass to Johansson, but does a great job of just getting behind Janmaat.
Here's Promise. And Van Persie hit his own man. Classy. It's the pace of Depay. Goalkeeper exposed. Oh, and he overcomplicated. Could have finished himself.
He was trying to get Robert Van Persie that 50th goal, I think.
Well, sportingly, the ball has been booted out of play because the US has a man down, but really they should have been another goal down there. Timmy Chandler on the floor.
Well, it's a good ball through at halftime.
Johansson. And Siversen had to be quickly off his line.
Having that extra game in Toulon, I'm sure will be a huge benefit to that side.
A late whistle, but a telling whistle from the Swedish referee, Martin Strömbergsson. Greeted with some relief by the US. First half highlights, and will reflect on a busy week for US soccer. Van Persie. Promise. Lovely ball. And
possession in midfield, and Van Persie just brings well. It's an excellent cross into the area, and I guess it was just a foul on Timmy Chandler, which kind of created the opening, which it was a little bit of a late whistle, or we didn't hear it, or the players didn't.
Holland looking for a half-time lead. And Depay should have provided it for them. And as he fires wide, so the whistle goes for half-time here in the Amsterdam Arena. Casey Keller, what have you made of it?
Well, I think what it is you're seeing two teams that are very confident going at each other, attacking. Holland looked dangerous.
It's fantastic, and hopefully, they keep pushing and keep going all the way to the end.
And a really special moment for Gyasi Zardes with that goal.
Absolutely.
And now it's Blint. And Van Persie! And the back heel off the line by Beckerman. Robin Van Persie denied his landmark 50th goal.
Van Persie does a great job of just rising above at the far post. Blind on the overlap. Chandler a little bit slow, steps up the line, wasn't quite up.
Narsing. Van der Weel. And Huntelaar! Well, the focus historically may be on Robin Van Persie, but it's his long-time partner, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, who's making a mark tonight.
When you have a marquee striker...
To that in a moment. Here's Chandler. Timmy Chandler with a decent effort, which is touched wide by Siversen. It's a corner, back to that point.
You're thinking you still have a chance. I mean, obviously as well.
Bradley. And Brooks. No foul. And 11 days short of 1 year on from that famous header, there is no repeat for John Brooks.
Well, I think it's that consistency you're seeing from the Swedish referee. If it...
Narsing again. And Wijnaldum. Still danger. And Huntelaar deflected, off and upright and in. And he will do his very best to claim that as a hat-trick.
This is the fear, John, when you get into a situation where a team starts to pile on the pressure, you miss an assignment at the far post.
Plays for Vitesse. Yedlin on the charge. Defended by Bruma. New York City, let alone Lampard. That's another teasing ball in for Johansson. 5. And depay in for Vina. This is Williams, releasing Bradley. Johansson wants the early ball. It'll come for Zardes instead. That was on target. Bradley. And Yedlin on the outside. And tucked home by John Brooks. Excellent team goal from the US. Hauls them back into the contest.
And again, really poorly defended by Holland. They're just not defending well as a team. And DeAndre Yedlin using his pace, but Huntelaar just goes down thinking...
Leading by the odd goal in 5 as Wood lets fly. Bobby Wood show. Sneijder, one of the stars of this Dutch team for more than a decade. Advantage played, it was a foul. Bobby Wood and Diskerud. Still in there punching the US.
Yeah, definitely to understand.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. You heard that from Jurgen Klinsmann. And a big pat on the head for Jesse. Here's Blint. And Blint just behind De Jong. And then it was whacked by Johnson onto De Jong and onto the upright and out again. Crazy.
Just a lapse of concentration again. And
Depay.
it's just almost Holland just lulling the U.S. defense.
Ronaldo. De Jong. And now Jordan Morris getting the better of Martin Zindi. Morris for the US.
Well, that's the pace and the physicality, and that's why Jurgen Klinsmann...
Penultimate minute of the 90. Danny Williams! 3-3! The Amsterdam Arena stunned into near silence. Danny Williams, who was Klinsmann's first new cap back in 2011, picks tonight of all nights to break his international duck. And it seems that for the first time, the US will avoid defeat against the mighty Dutch.
Taking their foot off the gas have been...
Now at the other end, De Jong, great save! De Jong again off the frame of the goal, and maybe the US deserve a little bit of fortune. They've certainly had it.
But once again, it's the crosses and the lack of concentration defending inside the area that almost punished them once again. De Jong, 2 opportunities. Brad Guzan coming up with the first save, and a little fortunate off of the...
No, it couldn't be more than a draw, could it? Michael Bradley just waiting. He's got 4 up with him. Jordan Morris. It's there from Bobby Wood! And the US look to have won in Amsterdam! From the US, not 4. Comes Guzan, top tier of the stand away to our right, dancing up and down. But is it too early? That was Davy proper, and that'll do the US nicely.
Using the pace that Jurgen talked about yesterday to their advantage.
The whistle goes, and the US have done it. They've beaten Holland for the first time ever. It is a landmark victory for the US men's national team under coach Jurgen Klinsmann. An embrace with Gus Hiddink and with Ruud van Nistelrooy. The celebrations well deserved, if unexpected.